So traders, let's get ready for another amazing week in these markets. We're going to be looking at the indices, gold, silver, the mining sector as well too, mainly in this video here. I might look at some other sectors and markets and so on and so forth as well too as I continue along in this video here. But this is just some short-term, this is technical analysis update for you guys. To see what's forming right now across the markets and what is the market telling us and what we could be seeing moving forward for this week here in the markets here. So traders, if you do need some help, then you can see on the screen right now, I'm giving away free access to my trading course. So if you actually need some help, guys, in the markets, like trading system, mindset, if you need some help with the chart reading, then it's all in that free trading course. So if you go over there, put your email in, and I'll send that off to you to help you out. So let's actually get into these markets today, and actually we'll start off with what we're looking at right now, and that's the Russell. I've always seen King Russell being. I've always had this terminology King Russell for this entire year. King Russell, King Russell. And the reason why I've had the terminology King Russell for this entire year is I believe the King Russell is going to start to play some catch up towards all the other indices, right? Because all the other indices, guess what? All the other indices have made really nice moves, haven't they? Really nice moves. And if you see all the other, if I bring up this from just a big picture perspective here, then I'll go down to the short term perspective here. You can see back here, and this is where I've always said King Russell, because I'm always trying to get involved with. Again, I don't hate or love any market. I'm just looking for opportunities to get involved so I can have a good investment, so I can have a good trade, right? So I don't really care whether that's the crypto market, gold, silver. So many people that I see who get involved in these markets, they're like, oh, I'm investing, I'm a trader of gold and silver only. I'm like, why? Why only? What about the individual stocks? What about oil? What about some of the crypto? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's like, do you know what I mean? Like, we have this thought, and I don't limit myself to anything. I'm scanning the entire market, crypto markets, some of the commodities, gold, silver, oil, the individual stocks, right? I'm scanning the entire market, so I'm not limiting myself. Because while you're limiting yourself, there's amazing opportunities happening on individual stocks. So don't limit yourself. But the purpose of me saying this here is that the reason why I've been saying King Russell, and I had a conversation recently with someone that said, John, why do you say King Russell? For some people that have just been watching me for the last few months, King Russell has come from off the back of, I believe that's out of all the indices, that's probably one of the best indices to get involved with, I believe, because when it does start to break, it's going to start to play some catch up towards the other indices. And if what I'm talking about there is, if you look at this here, right, back in 2021, towards the end of 2021, we made a high here, right, and you can see Russell's the IWM, the Russell here is at that high point through there. But if I go through the other indices, this late 2021 high was back here. Look what happened. It already broke it and already had a very big move, right? So I'm looking to get into things before it has the big move, not wait for the big move and then jump in. See what I'm saying here? Like, it's a completely different mindset shift and frame across the markets to see, okay, I would rather be in the market before the move than wait for the move and then get into the market. You know what I'm saying? So that's the 2021 high there, late 2021 high there. If we go to the Nasdaq, this right here, over here, is the late 2021 high. Once it broke, we had an extraordinary move for 30%. Then I go to the S&P, that's the late 2021 high there. And once it broke, then you can see where we are right now, right? We've already made basically a 27%. They've all made that there. I think the Dow Jones, what did the Dow Jones do? So the Dow Jones broke, and then the Dow Jones has made 24%. So 25 to 30% moves after they break the highs, then they make those moves, right? So the reason why I've been saying King Russell, if I go back to King Russell here, is, as you can see, we haven't broke our 2021 high yet. So I believe personally the Russell's going to start to play some catch up real soon, and when that happens, it's going to happen really quickly, I believe. Now, when I say really quickly, over the course of a couple of months, 2, 3, 4 months, we could see some really nice moves. Not like one day, right? I think some people think that. Anyway, so that's the reason why I say King Russell. It's not that I don't like the other indices. In fact, I've actually had a few really good trades on the S&P 500 this year, right? So all I'm saying is when it comes down to out of all the indices, I've said King Russell, and again, if you've been following me now for the last few months, King Russell for me has been, I'd rather be in the Russell because it hasn't actually broken the high yet, and we haven't made that 30% move yet, or 25 to 30% move after it breaks the high. That's what all the other indices are done, Dow, S&P, and Nasdaq, right? So, but once the Russell starts to break that, I believe we're going to start to see that really big move. So that's the reason why I've been saying King Russell, guys, in the markets there. What you don't want to do as a trader, you don't want to be like, I'm all about this. One of the biggest mistakes I'm seeing a lot of traders making right now is like they say, well, I really love gold. Like I think because they see gold being $10,000 one day, I'm all about gold, or I'm all about silver, or I'm all about porcupines. Porcupines. Where the hell did that come from? Anyway, porcupines. I'm all about crypto market, right? You see what I'm saying here, right, guys? What you want to do is guess what? You may love that, but they don't love you, right? It's like these are just markets. And by the way, the markets are here to actually take the money from you, and that's why 95% of traders who probably watch my videos have had you probably 95% of you guys watching right now, I guarantee you, are having a red year this year, right? A down year this year. And that's not saying that's just the way it is, right? Because most amateurs don't understand these markets, and so therefore they get sucked in by the emotions and fear and greed and all that sort of stuff. So that's the big picture there. Whenever I've talked about the King Russell and all the indices, that's why I've always said that. That's why I've personally have been long all of this year the Russell, right? And I'm benefiting from that. Now, and as you can see, ever since the start of this year, actually, in fact, I got in to a position at the start of the year, and then as we started the breakout up through here, for me personally anyway, as we started the break up through here, I've been in the Russell all this time. Now, I got in the Russell here, and it's actually an option trade. So I think the option's up about 100 and something % right now. So I'm still in nice little profit here on this particular option. I've got 2 positions here, but anyway, this position here. Now, why have I stayed long this Russell here? The trend is your friend into the end, right? High, low, high, low, high, low, high, low, and another high, low. We're probably going to make another high, low here soon, right? So again, the market has continued to be these high lows formations. And so I'm just sticking with the trend and benefiting from that, right? And for you guys that are counter trend trading, going against the market, you're making your life so much harder, right? You're probably going to blow yourselves out, and trading's not for you, and trading's hard, and trading's difficult. No, you're just an idiot because you continue to trade against the market. If the market's going up and it's there stepping up and the trend is up, just go with it. Like don't be trying to smart. Like I'm going to pick the top. I'm going to try to be smart here. Right? I see it so many times. I'm seeing it right now on the Russell. Right? It's like people are like, I'm going to put options on the Russell right now. I'm like, the trend is up. It's like your ego right now is going to get you destroyed. I saw it just recently also on the Nasdaq as well too. It's like, don't go against the market, guys. Like, do you actually want to make money from this thing? I got in at the top. It's like, and again, think about how you're trading the markets, okay? If you actually want to do well with these markets, we're going to start to put all these different things in our plate to stack the odds on our side of actually having a successful trade and then a successful trading career, right? If you see a strong bull market and you're trying to short that strong bull market, 9 times out of 10, you're getting destroyed. Don't short a bull market. That's why the rule number 1 for me is trend analysis. If we're in a trend, either up or down, don't fight that. Just go with it. You'll do much better with that, okay? But on a short term, that's for me through there. But on a short term level through here, when it comes to the actual S&P or the Russell here, on a short term level basis anyway, for the last 3 months, you can see what's happening here, right? Sideways through here. We are developing still a nice little upward trend. My moving average here, which is the 24 moving average, that's trending up nicely. And we're going sideways through here. So one thing that I'm seeing now with the Russell is that the Russell is just going sideways through here. Depending on what comes with the Russell real soon, this could be getting ready for a really, really, really big move, guys. Like one of the greatest breakouts is coming all of this year. I truly believe on the Russell. Now, I need to see the breakout first, right? We never want to preempt, but if we do start to get something like this, guys. Now again, I'm already in the Russell, so we'll see what happens through here. But if we do start to get something like this, if we get here and we get like a real good sort of large bar breaking up like that, breaking above this high here, and we also get something like this here, like a real big volume spike, something like, see back here, see that volume spike back here, right? We had that big volume spike there. If we can get something similar to that volume spike, then this is the setup here, right? This is the setup. What I'm teaching you here is an actual setup, a trading pattern that works. It just works, right? And for you guys that are complicating things, again, like the number one thing for you for a successful trading career for you guys is just find the patterns that work most of the time and go look for those. Oh, John, but I think crypto is going to go to $110,000. Let's go. You may be right. You may be crazy as well too. You know that song? And one thing the purpose of me saying that, guys, is because one thing I've thought about these markets is most of the time when I think something, it just doesn't. Most of my thinking is still wrong to this day, right? But the one thing for me to be able, and the one thing that I've learned is that I need to stop thinking and I need to stop looking for a trading pattern. Once I start trading my trading pattern and not these thinking trades, I think gold's going to go back up to $3,000. Here we go. Oh, Bitcoin's going to do this. Oh, silver's going to do this. Oh, the mining stocks. Like I think. But John, the dollar's going to crash and therefore gold's going to go up. Stop it. There's no foundation there. Right? Let's have some foundation behind our success. And the foundation is what? What's a trading pattern that you can look for? I'm sharing a trading pattern with you right now. Strong moving average, sideways breakaway bar. I'm teaching you a trading pattern. Now, does the pattern come up that often? No. Right? But that's where your issue is right now, right? Now your mindset, your thinking behind your trading is, well, I think I need to trade all the time to make a lot of money. And if I'm not trading, if I spend a whole week looking at the markets and not trading, well, it's just been a complete waste of time. That's what you think. But in the reality, the truth about trading is 80% of the time you are not trading. And only 20% of the time you are. Now, if you are trading during that 80% of the time when there is no trading pattern, no trading setup that meets your trading pattern, again, it could be just this pattern I'm teaching you right now. And by the way, true facts, if this is all you use for the rest of your life, you absolutely just crush it, right? Which is what? Sideways, strong moving average, large bar, right? And you could do it. You can absolutely crush this. So the purpose of me saying this here is that if we do get this here, guys, get ready. Because Russell, remember I said before about the big picture here with Russell? Russell's going to start to play catch up. Now, I don't see Russell breaking out and then making a 30% move straight up. It may happen, like we may be getting ready for a really big 2-3 months of really big upside movement out of Russell. And if it does, winner, chicken dinner for this guy, I'm already in the Russell, right? So when that happens, see what I'm saying here, guys? You see what I just said there? For you guys that are watching this right now, see what I said there? When the market breaks up and we go through a really big move, I'm already in it before the big move. See the mindset there? So many people want to get into Bitcoin now after it's already made a big move. Like, no, you want to be in before the move, right? And so, but I'm already in the Russell right now. So that's one of the reasons why I've always said King Russell, guys, and why I've always seen all of that through there. So that's what's going on with the Russell there, guys. Let's go look at the actual Dow Jones. And we'll look again, just look at some short-term technical analysis levels. We do have a low level through here, another higher low through here. And the moving average is definitely trending up just nicely. So we want to see what happens through here. We're definitely developing some sort of sideways sort of phase through here. We're getting the moving average starting to trend up through there. Can I make that thicker? That's what she said. Up through there, right? So what we want to see right now, what's happening right now is that we have this low point through here, okay? A low point through here, and we have a higher low through here. So we're definitely in an upward trend. Don't short this market, guys. Like, don't be stupid. Like, just don't be stupid, right? Do you want to be right? Do you want to be wrong 9 times out of 10? Just keep shorting this market, right? Do you want to be right 8 times out of 10? Just go with the market, right? It's just how are you, like, look at all this move here, right? People are like, oh, John, I'm going to try to profit this. I'm going to try to make a little profit here. Why? Look at the profit there. Look at the profit there. Look at what's probably going to come through us here, all right? So short-term TA, guys, sideways. If we can get closer to what a perfect situation would be is that, and as you can see what happened last time, look at this here. This resistance became support, ran up, came up, and now we're actually at this level through here right now. We do actually have possibly a bit of a trend line coming up through here somewhere, maybe through there somewhere. So that may be coming into play real soon. So we'll see what actually happens through there. But this could be just a bit of a sideways movement before we hold and go for another move to the upside out of the out of the Dow Jones. Let's go look at the Nasdaq here. And again, this is just some short-term TA, guys. What I'm looking at through here. I'm just looking at the last 3 months. I do notice there is there's that 6 month there. Last 3 months. What is this level through here? Looks like there's something going on through. Okay, yep, I could use that as a trend line. All right. So let me just extend that to the right. So I can use this as a bit of a trend line. That's support level there. That's support level there. So we are definitely in this environment of an upward movement from here. Is there a bit of a channel or something going on through there? That could be coming into play. Possibly, maybe. Right, there might be something through there. I could be making that up as well too. Like we've got this little bit of a point up through there. Like there may be something going. Like I'm just saying, like that could be a target, short-term target. We have actually made a nice move to the upside. But one of the big things here, right, guys, I saw someone recently actually short the market here. And as you can see, look what actually happened, right? We came down, that was a low through there. And then it came down, made another higher low through there, and then it continued up. So while someone was trying to short it, if you're just looking for longs, you could have caught that move, but someone was saying, oh, I'm going to short the market and try to capture that move. I hope you can see what I'm saying here, right? If you followed me now for a good few months or more, the reason why I really talk about this on a deep level, because sometimes we need to hear something 1,000 times before it starts like, all right, yes, I get it. Like I need to, right? And it just clicks, right? Some people say, John, why do you talk about the same thing over and over again? Because it's the most important thing. If you actually want to do well, my job is to teach you this 1,000 times. So hopefully the 999th time is to help you, right? Because I want you to succeed. Right, 95% of you guys are not going to be here in 12 months time frame. Honestly, I want to, if I can shave a few points off that, so you are here in 12 months time frame and making money, that's my job here as a coach, right? My job here as a coach is just to help you do all these things, the right mindset, the right thinking, the right approach with these markets. And then we can start to look at amazing trading patterns, good entry signals, good management, let your profits run, all those different things, right? If you would like to get my coaching for 12 months, that third link in the description there, guys, you can go apply for my 12-month coaching program. So that's what I'm seeing through there. Not really, we definitely did break up. We had this level through here, didn't we? Like, look at this level through here. We had this, there's that definitely that level through there right now. Low, high, low. Again, I'm not sure whether that's a channel or not. I'm not going to really use that as a channel. I'm just going to leave it there from that perspective there, but definitely a nice upward trending here. And so I definitely want to be short this market right now. Very strong market. And just remember, guys, too, the market can stay in a very strong, the market can stay bullish longer than you can stay solvent. So if you're trying to short, I saw a video recently where there was a strong trend and and then they shorted it, then they shorted it, then they shorted it, then they short. Right? It just they just kept shorting it and shorting it and shorting it. So anyway, so let's go look at now the S&P 500, and same sort of thing here, guys. We're getting this. We definitely had this like resistance came back. Look at here, strong level of resistance came up, came down, strong level of support all through there, right? And now it's holding support, and then now we're continuing up from there. So we can see here that that we did, yeah, we just a very nice strong upward movement from here. We may get a little bit of a pause from here, and that's that level all through there. We may have a bit of a short-term sort of trend line coming up through there, maybe. Again, I just wouldn't want to be short this market right now when it comes to the indices right now. But for me, out of all the indices, the Russell is the one that's definitely the one. And for a new trading opportunity, if we get that breakout, that could be a really nice movement to the upside from there. No guarantees, guys, because anything I do say in this video, even though I'm pretty confident, may not work out, and you can lose money. So anyway, let's move on now through to the short-term TA out of silver and gold from here. Is this, yep. So this is the silver price for the last 3 months. You can see major level of support around that sort of $32 level from there. And then we also have, and my thing is just frozen me. There we go. She's working for me now. And then we have this pretty strong level of support. Again, it's just, we're just been in this no man's land for silver. And the number one thing for me is the trend is your friend until the end. And on the caveat, on the side of that is if there's no trend, well, I'm not getting involved with that, because it's like, who knows what's going to happen, right? It's 50-50, toss a coin. There's no probability there. So that's the same for the Russell right now. In fact, the Russell could be developing a head and shoulder formation, right? Shoulder, head, shoulder formation. Now, I know some of you guys are like, but John, you don't understand. The Ukraine, and I'm like, the dollar, the president, my brain thinking. I don't listen to the market, right? Listen to the market. And so we can see here, this could be a head and shoulder formation. And then if so, then we probably have a pretty big drop down coming out of the silver price from there. So that's what's happening there on that there. Let's go look at gold here. Gold on a short-term TA level. And this is where actually, you're going to get this all the time anyway. But on a short-term technical analysis level, guys, you got to understand that gold can go down on a short-term level basis. Right? And some of you guys that are that ignorant, you probably got sucked in, you probably got that point through there. Right? I'm seeing some people saying, like, John, you don't understand how gold works and who invests in gold. It's like, gold doesn't just go straight up all the time. Look at, like, if you are trading a market, just look at the facts, right? Like, is my thinking correct? And stop trying to put on the coat, right? You know, the cape. Like, oh, I was right. Oh. Like, who cares, right? The biggest thing you need to do is question your thinking, right? I think the market's going to go up because of Ukraine, and it's like, or whatever, right? I heard someone recently say, well, I think it's going to go up for the next 3 days because what's happening over with the war situation. I'm like, okay, let's actually look at that thinking there. If that was the case, why isn't gold going up already? It's just not. So, you know what I'm saying? So we've got to question those thinking there. So on a short-term TA level, guys, if we have a look at these markets, and again, anything can happen in these markets, and that's why 95% of you guys don't do a lot of trading, because you have these thinking, and unfortunately your thinking is actually, it's not actually true what you think. And therefore you're approaching the market with the wrong thinking, therefore it's causing you to lose money. And then you come onto my YouTube channel and say, this guy sucks, he doesn't know what he's talking about. Because I'm saying gold's probably going to go down, and you're actually hoping the gold's going to go back up, so you could actually at least get back at get out at break even, because you got in on gold up here, even when I said gold is probably going to go through movement on the downside. So not my fault, it's your fault, right? It's your fault. So sideways here, if we do get a breakdown here, guys, If you look at, and we're just, now this is the opposite, right, to what I was saying before. Now, you remember I said before about the Russell, right? There's a pattern here that forms again and again and again. And what is that? Sideways period. And then see this 24 moving, see the 24 moving average? What happened when we got that sideways period, but the moving average was trending up? What happened? Wow, we had a nice move up. Oh, that's a nice trade. Ooh, what's happening now? Ooh, sideways period. But where's the moving average? It's trending down, isn't it? Ooh. So therefore what? We could be getting ready for another move on the downside here, right? This is for, again, this is for short-term TA guys, for you guys. And so that's that level through there. So definitely I see that level through. And again, for you guys that trade intraday charts, when you start to look at, say, the hourly charts, even possibly like the 4-hour chart. So let's look at the 4-hour chart. Yeah, the 4-hour chart through there, maybe even the hourly chart. There could be something really big coming here soon. Let me squeeze this up here. Yeah, especially on the hourly chart, we're getting this level through here. If we do get, we want a good large bar. If we get a good large bar breaking down, then there could be something really big coming out of these markets from here. So anyway, so that's what I'm seeing there right now when it comes to the gold market from here. And let's look at the actual GDX from here. GDX on a short-term level basis, guys. See, now it's the flip side, right? What are we getting here, right? Short-term, or this 24 moving average is trending down, and we're developing this sideways range from here. So there's a high probability. Remember I said before the Russell, right? And it's the same thing. If we get a strong moving average, either up or down, and a sideways, we're probably going to go with that moving average. So therefore, we're probably going to see more movement on the downside soon, coming out of that level through there. That's what I'm seeing on the GDX, especially the GDXJ, right? Look at this here, down, across. This is not looking good. And also we're now starting to develop some sort of, that was a low through there. We actually developed a lower low, and now we're developing this sideways range with the strong moving average coming down. On a short-term level basis, this is actually looking quite weak for the gold mining stocks from here. But so that's the gold mining stocks. Let's go look at SIL. So SIL, we actually had a little bit of a pop here recently on SIL. Not really much going on there. We actually came down to this level of support. That was that major level of support. We didn't break that. Notice the mining sector, the gold mining stocks did what? We had that low. The gold mining stocks actually broke the low, and the gold mining stocks continued down through here, right? It already made a lower low. But the silver mining stocks haven't actually done that yet. So really interesting to see what's going on there when it comes to that. Let me just bring up, what I want to do is I want to bring up that weekly chart. Okay. It's interesting, eh? Silver mining stocks are actually looking a lot more, looking a lot stronger than the, looking a lot stronger than the gold mining stocks. So that's SIL from there. Let's go look at the SILJ from here. Well, actually, the silver mining stocks are looking good, but the silver junior miner stocks are actually looking quite weak from here. We have this level of support. Let's try that again. Let's try that again. Let's go to this level of support level through here. Yeah, if we do get a downside movement here, guys, we are getting that pattern sideways strong moving average, but because there's another layer to this here, guys, and because we've already had this level through here, and because there's a lot of less support level through here, we may get a drop from here, but I don't think it's going to be too big because we have this major level of support all through here. So even if we do get a drop down, we're probably going to find a level of support and then bounce. So I'm probably going to get something like this, probably get something like that. What tends to happen is the big boys flush below the supports because everyone puts their stops through here. They flush the support level, and then it comes back up, and then it does whatever it does from there, from that perspective all through there. So anyway, traders, that's what I wanted to show you guys. Hopefully some of the stuff that I talked about here in this video here hopefully some of the stuff that I said in this video, guys, just gives you a bit of some things to think about. At the end of the day, guys, we want to put the odds on our side. We want to make sure that the biggest thing is how are you approaching these markets and how are you thinking about these markets from here? Because your ignorance around your thinking and how you approach the markets can cause you to lose a lot of money. In fact, I know there's someone just recently who was ignorant around the way that he was approaching these markets. Like, again, like how are you approaching these? Are you approaching these markets on the are you modeling someone who's successful in these markets, or are you just guessing when you should get into the markets? Because it's a really big thing there, right? I see a lot of people going down this path of just guessing, watching YouTube videos like this and just guessing when they should get in, based off YouTube videos, and it causes them to lose a lot of money. I know someone recently who just lost $60,000 in a few months, all because he was ignorant, but he refuses to invest any money into someone who does really well at trading. And I'm not saying me, like it could be anyone, right? But it's like your ignorance around these markets is, one, stopping you from actually making progress in these markets, and two, it's causing you to lose a lot of money.